Hey guys, Jake Roy here with 90s Bball cards. We've got another box to open here together. 95-96 NBA Hoops Series 1. So this is something that I actually grew up opening. In a funny little story about how I really started with basketball cards, not to get too much into it. When I really started collecting cards was when this set came out, and there was a sports store that opened up down the road from my grandparents. And every time you would go in there, they'd give you a free pack of cards, and it happened to be 95-96 NBA Hoops. It was Series 2, but still very similar. So this brings back a lot of childhood memories, a lot of nostalgia. So some of you who are watching this, hopefully some of the videos bring back some nostalgia for you for similar types of stories. So this is really the set that really got me started in collecting cards. I had some other cards from my brother who also collected a few years before me, but this was really the beginning. So this is something that I'm really excited to open. It's really going to be fun to share this with you guys. So like always, some of the stuff that we can pull in here, Grant Hill, you can see, is the cover athlete. He's really the big draw that year. We can't get any rookies in Series 1, so no need to talk about those. We can get some Jordan cards, Penny being my PC we can get. But Grant Hill had his Dunks cards, so we should get one of those in this box. There is a Grant Hill tribute card that we could potentially get. Those are 1 in 360 packs. So really rare, not expecting to get that, but that would be an awesome pull to get. There are the Hoops Top 10 or All-Rookie, All-Time Team, whatever you want to call it. So we should get a couple of those. There are Jordan, there's Penny, Chris Webber, a bunch of other guys that we could get in there. In every pack, we should get either a Number Crunchers or a Block Party card. So those are pretty cool designs. So we should get a bunch of those. And then there are also the base cards that we're going to get, and that's really all that we're going to be seeing. So obviously all the checklists, we're going to get some coach cards in here as well. So this will just be some fun stuff for us to go through and see what we get. So let's bust it open. As always, what I have here for materials, I have some top loaders, and I have some trusty penny sleeves for any nice pulls that we get, and then I have my sharp blade just to get into the plastic. So let's go ahead and get in here. And you see on the front, like I said, Grant Hill is the cover athlete. That card actually is a Number Crunchers card that you can see there, so to get an idea. And then, a lot of this stuff has a very cool 90s type of look to it. So for those of you who remember collecting in the 90s, you know what some of the stuff was like. It was really, big into the design. And for those of you who want to get into it or are curious about 90s, you can see what was kind of hip and popular in the 90s. So here we go. Here's the box. Pretty basic stuff. You can see this is already starting to pop open, which is nice. I like to do that. The foil hasn't degraded too much like some of the other stuff that we've seen. This is actually older than some of the tops that we've opened, some of the upper deck. Kind of the thin foil, so it's nice and easy to rip open. There are a lot of cards in these packs, so we'll try to go through pretty quickly. Interesting thing, they do have a price on them. They're stamped on them, actually, $2.59. So for some of the cards that you guys get now, the packs, geez, there's a ton of cards in these packs, so bear with me. Mohamed Abdul-Raouf, we've talked about him protesting the anthem. Cedel Threat, Sean Bradley, we've talked about him beginning post-rise, being 7'6". Jason Kidd, nice one there. John Stockton. Sizzling Softs, this was a subset. It's part of the base, but it's a little bit of a different design. Jalen Rose, he was a hot rookie out of the University of Michigan. Here we go with a coach card, Lenny Wilkins. So that's fun. Terry Mills, Don McLean. Here's another one of the subsets. Milestones, Karl Malone. Another thing from the base. And here we go with the Number Crunchers, Glenn Big Dog Robinson. And there's actually stuck to the back of this, if I can get it apart without damaging it, a Block Party. So we got 2 in that pack. So that was pretty cool. Tyrone Hill, he was a good defensive player back in the 90s. Terrell Brandon made an all-star team, so that's fun. And Vinny Del Negro has been a pretty good coach. Jamal Mashburn was a pretty hot player. We're getting everything in this pack. We get a checklist. There we go. Sizzling Softs, Eric Montross. He was a hot player back in the day of his draft. Scott Burrell. Phil Jackson. That doesn't really get too much better than that for coach cards. Jalen Rose base. A Juwan Howard, so he was another great Michigan player. The Fab Five. Milestones of Glenn Rice. And Mark Jackson, another great assist man, and I feel like I'm haunted by him. I get a ton of his cards. So that's the first pack. That's all that we're going to show. So you see 25 cards in that pack. So there's a lot of cards to go through in these. But we got a little bit of everything to show you guys. So hopefully we get some good luck with the rest of the stuff, and we'll come back and show you all the hits. All right, guys, we're back. So I've got some corrections to make in... I know that I talk about these things like I, might know everything about 90s basketball cards, but, I definitely don't, and this is a great example. So the box that we had here, I know that when I was opening the packs, I was commenting on, wow, there's so many cards here. This was actually apparently a jumbo box. So each pack had 24 packs, and there were 24 packs in the box. A regular box has 12 cards in each pack and 36 packs per box. So I obviously wasn't aware of that when we were opening it, and slightly different odds in those boxes that are jumbo boxes. But we did still get some good stuff in these. So obviously, even somebody who's experienced and has seen a lot of this stuff, like I said, I really started collecting with these. There's a lot of nuances in the 90s packs and boxes. They had a lot of hobby, retail, jumbo, a lot of differences, variations in odds, some exclusive products and certain offerings. So there's a lot to know. So even somebody like me who knows quite a bit about the hobby and quite a bit about this type of product, it's really impossible to know everything. So we're going to go through some of the stuff that we got. We got some good things. We did not get any of the Grant Hill tributes, which are very rare, like I had said at the beginning, but because they're rare, that's not expected. So you guys did see that we got number crunchers and block parties in each pack. And actually, on average, apparently in the jumbos, you get one of each in every pack. So that's not an anomaly. That was, what you should be seeing. So there are 25 cards in each, the block party and the number cruncher. So we obviously got 24, having 24 packs. So we were one shy of the complete set on each. But coincidentally, I have the other ones in my collection. So here's the block party. You guys saw one earlier. This is Oliver Miller, kind of a funny one to have. As the first card in the set. I did organize them by number, but you've got other guys like Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, so some of the top defensive stars of that time. Then you've got the number crunchers, so we did pull the Michael Jordan, so that's always a great one to pull, and that was definitely one that we wanted to see in there. We didn't want that one to be the one that we missed. Some of the other good ones to get, we got the Shaq. We got the Grant Hill, so you can see that that's the same card as what you see on the box there. And then, of course, my favorite, as always, Penny Hardaway. So those are some of the guys in the number crunchers. Going through the rest of the inserts, we did get top 10. So the Chris Webber is one that's a duplicate for my collection. And then we also did get the Michael Jordan, which is obviously a phenomenal pull. We got one Grant Hill Dunks. This is the letter D, so the Grant Hill Dunks actually spell out the word dunk with an exclamation point. So that's a good one to get the first letter. We got two Jordan base, so that's nice. I got two Penny base as well. You guys saw a coach card in the earlier portion. We got three Shaquille O'Neal base, so that's another nice one to get. And then I'm going to show you some of the subsets before we get to that. We did get the checklist. We got one of each. We actually got two of each and one third one. So plenty of checklists for the fans of those. Buzzer beaters was one of the subsets. So you had a lot of players: Sean Kemp, Mookie Blaylock, Larry Johnson. A lot of fun guys from the 90s there. You have milestones, which we got. Here you've got the Reggie Miller, Dan Marley. You actually have a Lenny Wilkins coach card in here, and AC Green, Grant Hill. A lot of guys that are fun. Triple threat. Here you've got the John Stockton. There's a Scott Burrell, who not a lot of people are really fond of now, but back then he was a three-point threat. Glenn Rice, Reggie Miller, a lot of other guys in there. Sizzling soft. So all these guys are from the '94 draft class. So the year prior. So this one's the Grant Hill. You've also got Jason Kidd. You saw the Jalen Rose in the earlier filming. Eric Montross. A lot of other guys. Then you've got the NBA connection. So this is actually two players on each card. So you've got the NBA player and the CBA player on the back. So this is John Starks and Tim Legler. So what this actually highlighted was a player that made the transition from the CBA to the NBA, John Starks, and vice versa, NBA to the CBA and Tim Legler. Tim Legler is, as you might know, a big announcer now. He was a three-point champion in his playing days, and John Starks faced off with Jordan, was a prolific player for a few years in Jordan folklore. And then the last of the subsets is the Class X, and this is a personal favorite of mine. Like I said, this was the first product that I really started busting open when I was younger, and I really like these cards. So this is Muggsy Bogues, who was a personal favorite of mine growing up, 5'3", so on the opposite end of the spectrum for height, opposed to a Sean Bradley or a George Mirason, who were 7'7" and 7'6". You've got a shorter guy like Muggsy Bogues, who I liked and didn't really have to look too far up to if I was to meet him in person, which I never did. Grant Hill, David Robinson, Hakeem Olajuwon, a lot of great fun players there. So a lot of cards here, but a lot of fond childhood memories for myself. And like I said, this product being a jumbo box, something that I wasn't aware of that I had purchased, but definitely fun to learn something new. So if you're looking to get a box, and you're looking to get some number crunchers like the Jordan or some block party cards, the jumbos seem to be the way to go because we didn't get any duplicates of the number crunchers or the block party cards. So you're going to get almost the entire set if you get a box from the jumbo, whereas opposed to the regular boxes where you have 36 packs, I have seen duplicates, and I didn't get the entire set because you only get one in each pack of one or the other, opposed to one of each in both packs. But if you're looking to get top 10 cards like the Jordan, one of the regular boxes with 36 packs seem to have better odds, whereas we only got 2. In the 36 packs, you would get 3 of those. So it depends on what you're looking for in the product, but nevertheless, it's fun to go through these, fun to see some of the old stuff, fun to see some of the old designs. That's really what gets me excited about these cards. So thanks for joining us. As always, if you have any questions or your own experience with this product or a similar product or jumbo packs, or if you want to give me some information that I might not have been aware of about this type of product, please leave that in the comments. I love to interact with you guys and hear about your experiences. Please feel free to subscribe if you like the stuff that we provide here at 90s Basketball Cards. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thanks for joining us.